Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and I don't know why I got a background like that on an F1 channel, but there you go. We're gonna put the background, the green. That's the green screen, actually. Sorry, it's green screen. We're gonna change that right now. Actually, we're gonna change that to just for the Verstappen haters, like the true world champion. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, we all know it's true, but there you go. Yeah, so we're going to go through the Chequered flag show, as you all know if you've watched it before. Go for the latest news in Formula 1. We talk about everything that's going on in the sport and what you can learn. And anyone that's new to the sport, you learn some great facts as well. I'm like an encyclopedia. I can talk for F1 for fucking ages, mate. Absolutely effing ages, mate. Ages. But, we're going to go through it bit by a glorious bit for everything. Now, I've watched Drive to Survive. I'm going to start with Drive to Survive, actually. I'm going to start with Drive to Survive. So make sure you hit that like and share button if you all want to hear this. I watched Drive to Survive Season 4 of this season. Last season. 2021. Right? Obviously, most of the programs are going to be focused on Mercedes and Red Bull. They're in a title fight. Max Verstappen versus Hamilton. I sat there and I watched, and I think I already knew that we already know what happened in Abu Dhabi. We all know what happened in Abu Dhabi. And we're also going to talk about what the FIA have now said. But before that, we were all trying to work out what has actually gone on. Now, all the way through that, I tried to be as unbiased as I possibly can. Because don't forget, I am a massive Hamilton fan. Right? I can't stand Red Bull. Right? I can't stand Christian Horner. Can't stand Max Verstappen. Right? Now, I watched it bit by bit by bit. I went back and forth and back and forth. And I watched every single bit of it. What happened in that series made it fucking clear to me that there's something fishy going on. Right? Saudi Arabia, Qatar, sorry, Qatar. The Qatarian Grand Prix. This is episode 9, this is. Gloves are off. Christian Horner, we all know, made a complaint about Mercedes' rear wing and dumping drag. Which, if you did, is illegal. It is totally illegal. You cannot do it. Big up Static. I hope you're well. Big up Amundi. I sent you the link as well. And great, the new season's here. Yeah. But I went back through it and I watched it. And I'm like, I saw Hunt's reaction when he found out that they're testing his car for this rear wing. And it's not just the regulatory check. It's legal. When have you ever seen that in Formula 1? When? When has any team gone to the FIA and gone, there's a test here that you can't do, it's not part of the regulations, but we feel you should do it. Right? Because they're not legal. What? It's not in the rule book. It's not part of the regulations. So why are they allowed to do it? Why are Mercedes sat there and gone, yeah, we'll let them do it. Because there's nothing wrong with my car. But the problem was, they got to find out what it is. What have they done? They've got to find out what is making them slower than Mercedes. In those two Grand Prix, in the Brazilian Grand Prix and in the Qatarian Grand Prix, right? Which is why in Saudi Arabia, they nearly got pole position. It's why in Abu Dhabi, they got pole position, right? Which could affect the whole outcome of the championship. All because of a test they weren't allowed to do in the regulations because it's not part of it. It's not part of it. Is it like you're deliberately trying to stop Mercedes winning a title because you're so shit, you're so crap, You've got to find other ways of doing it. Or am I just speaking Swahili? Am I speaking a different language? Am I not obviously educated enough? How is it a team can make their own tests up and get the FIA to use it? When have you ever seen it in Formula 1? The pinnacle of motorsport. Mercedes should have been like, no. That's not part of the regulations. They're not allowed to do that. No. They shouldn't allow to test it. Because now Red Bull, from that point on, had the info they need to try and get ahead of them. What they should have done, they said, alright, if you're allowed this test, you don't get to learn all you get to know is the car's legal. That's all you get to know. You don't get to know the inner details. They got to know the inner details. So they get to find out what the problems are. And then all of a sudden, Red Bull, he's going to Max Verstappen as he's putting his helmet on and saying, that rear downforce will work for you now. After that check. Right. Okay. Right, that makes sense. That makes sense, doesn't it? Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Right, of the highest order. Big up Adam, I know you in the background. I will be on in a second. Yeah, crap. Absolute crap. Right, go to Silverstone. I'm going to leave it out. Let's go to Silverstone. Okay. We got to Silverstone. Tension is building. Hamilton needs to win. Red Bull are unstoppable at that time. Hamilton gets pole position, gets beaten in a sprint race. Fine. We got to the start of the Grand Prix. They looked at it bit by glorious bit. And now all of a sudden, everyone's worked out that, fuck, Hamilton didn't turn in that Verstappen. It was Verstappen turning in further. Oh shit. And yet you're all giving him abuse afterwards. Told you he's a clean driver. But you want to believe the Red Bull bullshit? Yeah, you jog on. You go down. You go sniff fucking corner's ass because, like, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in playing that fucking card anymore. Right? It's a 50-50 accident. Hamilton is entitled to racing room. It says in the fucking rule book. If you're half alongside a car, you're entitled to space. Fact. Written in the rule book. Right? Boom. Get out of the way. So, and then he's sitting there moaning. He said every time they've touched our car, they've not had a penalty. What did Hamilton get during that Grand Prix? 10 seconds, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Oh, but it's not a penalty because he won the race. Maybe it's because he's that good. Maybe. Or you'll just show shit. Right? There you go. So, yeah. What Drive to Survive has done, and I probably applaud Netflix on this, and do you know what? They should have called it out. Called out all the bullshit. What the fuck is Horner standing in the fucking paddock having a conversation with Massey about, oh, do you get to be in the meetings? Basically like, oh, what are they saying? What do we know? Like, what information you got? And you're telling me it weren't fixed, Abu Dhabi. You're telling me it weren't fixed. Especially afterwards, Red Bull get a £500 million deal with Oracle as a title sponsor. You're telling me it's not fixed? Right. You're telling me. Okay. Right. Okay. Like I said, until Hamilton wins his 8th title, I ain't living this down. Like, because he's been robbed. He's been robbed. He's been cheated. Right? And I so hope, I know Mercedes is struggling right now, bit like they were at the start of last season. I so hope they come back this season and they wipe the floor with everyone. I so hope they do. Right? Because if they do, and they do it 9 times in a row, I won't let it down on Twitter. Ever. Anyone that's questioning him, they're going to get it. They're going to get it. Because I already know he's the GOAT. But he's going to be more of a GOAT of Formula 1. So, anyway. Like, Drive to Survive. Well done for calling out bullshit. As usual. But there you go. Great series, though. Gotta admit. Love the drama, don't you? That's probably why they did it in Abu Dhabi, didn't they? Adam, how are you doing, my friend?
Well, I'm really good. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm doing alright. So we're gonna.
I actually just finished season 4 today.
Yeah. It's bullshit, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Drive to Survive, I'm actually not. I mean, I can enjoy this series, but I'm not like hooked on it like everyone else is. I feel like Drive to Survive is more for people that don't really know Formula 1, people who are just getting into
They're more worried about the entertainment factor.
Yeah, I don't think Drive to Survive is really for people who know Formula 1 and are like real fans. I think it's just like, oh, let's get more fans, let's make the sport more popular. And Christian Horner's just a wanker in general, so...
Oh, can I just make a point as well about Christian Horner as well?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll make a point about Christian Horner. Right? I'm gonna see if I can bring it up. Giants season. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah. I was so annoyed by Drive to Survive season 4 just because I felt like there was just too much Horner for me. Like the first 2 episodes, I was just like, can you get this guy off my screen for 5 fucking minutes, please?
Yeah, honestly.
His kid roasted him though. Why did no one pick Max to win the world title? Because that's your dream, Dad. That's none of our dream.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I'm trying to... The FIA, by the way, made a judgment as well, so I'll bring that up as well. But let me try and see the first episode. I'm trying to find the first episode.
My dad doesn't like Horner because he said he acts like he owns the fucking sport.
What? Right, let's have a look. Let me have a look. Oh, this... Now it's going to freeze, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to freeze on me. Sorry. I'm trying to get this to work and it won't work now. Will you? No, of course not. Right, let's have a look. Right. Right, so... Right, hang on a minute. So, yeah, I've got it here. Right? This is in the first episode. The first. Hamilton is giving his speech as a 7-time world champion at the Turkish Grand Prix. Yeah? Now, usually a lot of people... Vettel, for example. Vettel, right? I'll show you a picture of what Vettel did, right?
Is that when Horner just said, "Oh, when will he?"
Well, no. Hang on. I'll let people find out what he said. Right? This is what Vettel did when Hamilton became a 7-time world champion and pulled into Parc Fermé. He went straight to Hamilton. Right? Look. Straight to him and said, well done. Right? That is racing respect. That is sportsmanship. Right? Reveals what was said in an emotional Parc Fermé moment with the greatest driver of our era, Hamilton. Right? And don't forget, this guy has lost 2 championships to Hamilton. 2 of them. Right? His 2 golden opportunities to win with Ferrari, which is his dream, right, have been lost to Hamilton. Right? And yet still, he has the temerity and sincerity to come and say congratulations. Right? This is what Red Bull had to say for themselves. Right? I wish he'd shut the fuck up. Right?
And there was more, wasn't there?
Right? There's more than that. It said, how much more do we have to put up with this shit?
Till you build a better car?
How about until you actually fucking race properly, you motherfucker? You don't like the competition, mate? There's the door. I'll pack your fucking bags for you, mate. Mate, if you can't build a car fast enough, look at yourself. What's he gonna do? Slow down? Oh yeah, well, I didn't think I will it this year because I don't want to piss off Horner, so I'll give it to Max instead. No. Like, have some respect. Have some self-respect. Hamilton had the self-respect for you after you robbed him of a championship, right, at the end of this last race. And I know it was you, and I know it was Horner. I know he was involved. I know it. I can fucking tell. Right? The FIA admit it was a human error.
Yeah.
Right? It was a human error. Massey saw the freaking gold dollar signs and fucking fucked off with it. Right? Telling you.
Hopefully
right?
Be
and I tell you what, right? Last year, that Abu Dhabi race, what did Hamilton do? Despite all of that, and despite he feels it was getting manipulated, what did he do? He got out of the car and he said, well done to Max and Christian Horner. Right? Nothing that you couldn't do. Right? Which shows the sort of man you are. Spineless.
Can I just bring up a point?
Go on.
In Saudi Arabia as well, when Lewis Hamilton won the race, Max just walked off.
Just walked off. Because, oh, it's not fair. It's everyone else's fault. He ran in the back of me. Well, why did your nose lean forward? Because you braked. Did it just brake itself? Did you pull the handbrake by accident? Fucking idiot. Honestly. I'm sorry. I'm busy at the minute. I'm sorry. I've got to answer that. But yeah, what did you think of it?
Did think of what?
The whole thing.
Do you mean like the investigation and what happened? Or just Horner being a twat?
No, Christian Horner.
Horner.
Just the whole Drive to Survive thing.
Drive to Survive, like I said, it's just there to create drama. Like, this was... Netflix were licking their lips with all that happened. They were. Because they knew that they could make a lot
of money. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Look, Anyway, we're gonna have to move on because obviously I want to go to testing, and we've got past the qualifying stage now. So obviously you wanted to do the stream earlier. It's clear to see Ferrari and Red Bull are up there. Ferrari, Mercedes, they're still lacking a little bit of pace at the minute. They had this sort of pace deficit before, especially in the race. The race pace looks better than the qualifying pace, which is encouraging. Which was the kind of story you had last season. Yeah. So yeah. I expect the highest order, the highest standards of Mercedes to be able to get through this. They said it will take a bit of an upgrade to do so, but they can do it. So I'm not too worried at the minute. They did it last season. They were behind by 4/10 on a single lap. It's a little bit more this time. It's about 5 or 6 tenths per lap. But on the race pace, it's about 4/10 per lap.
Yeah.
So it's nothing that can't be recovered over a 23 race season, which is a very, very, very long season. It's the longest season on record. We still got to find a 23rd race to go.
Don't forget the summer break and all that, where they've got
we've got the summer break to do investments. There's only the problem is there's only a certain amount of upgrades they can do for each Grand Prix. They can only do throughout a season because of the budget caps. Plus, also the fact that they have restrictions, and you have to let your teams know around you what you're developing and how does it affect the car now, which I don't think that's right. That should be part of trying to guess what's the innovation of Formula One. But there you go. So you've got now Ferrari and Red Bull seem to be up there. Ferrari are pipping them. Thank fuck. Like, to be honest, I used to be a Ferrari fan, because I used to be a Schumacher fan, because I used to follow Schumacher. Then I was a Hamilton fan. But so, as long as it's not Red Bull, I couldn't give a fuck.
I was actually watching it with my friend who's a Red Bull fan qualifying, and do you know what he said to me? He said Max is about to show Charles levels. So, I told people in 2019, Charles Leclerc, you give him the right car, a level playing field, right? He beats Max in a fight. Exactly.
And if he doesn't, Max takes him out. It's not like he's done it before, has he? Saudi Arabia.
So James, what were you saying?
Saudi Arabia.
So James, what were you saying? It's only testing. Leclerc's going to end up being a fraud.
Yeah. You should get him to watch this, shouldn't you? By the way, Charles. Yeah, but like I said, if Charles Leclerc tries to get by Max Verstappen, there's only one way Max Verstappen's going to stop him. Saudi Arabia, take him out. Sorry. You brake test someone. I'm gonna bring lead permit up as part of your record, mate. And also, that's also 2 times you've gone past and set the fastest lap on the yellows, isn't it? One, they need to toughen up on that. If you do it 3 times, you should get a ban. Sainz interview makes it seem Leclerc is Ferrari favourite. Sainz, I feel they'll give equal opportunity. I feel, but in the end, it'll get to a point where they'll have to choose one driver. Like always. It depends how the championship goes at the early stages, but that's a long way to go. Russell, I thought, was pretty poor to the start of the qualifying session. Picked it up in the end.
I couldn't watch qualifying because I had to go for an appointment. But apparently, did he F up his lap or something? Yeah,
but he covered it. But I'm gonna do the rate. I wanted to do ratings for this testing session. For the testing session, I don't want to look at for you when people put their predictions in, or put their. By the way, you can still put your predictions in on the community page, on the Twitter, on the Twitter page as well. You can put your predictions in, and I will put them into the Excel document. So, and we'll have a look at them at the end of the season. What I also want to do is I want to look at this. I want to do this. Give the Carlos Sainz has already had a year, so you can't use that excuse. Russell looked trash, but he needs a year. Oh no, Russell didn't look trash. I think he just had a poor lap, but he caught up, he was still on the same pace as Hamilton, so they're both just as quick as each other. So anyway, but here are the drivers and the new drivers. Right, so this is for testing only. I'm gonna start with the easiest ones, Ferrari, and I'm gonna put them at a 10.
Yeah.
They were the stars of testing. Ferrari, Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, they were all stars of testing by a mile.
Are you gonna put Max 10?
Fuck off. Get out of here. I ain't doing that. You know, they're getting 8. I'll give them a 9. But
Come on, just up it one more.
No, you got to have Ferrari up there. They were the stars.
Yeah.
They were the stars. Mike, you know it makes sense. Big up yourself. LH to win, right? Come on. I don't get the Hamilton hate. Hamilton should get so much less hate for just the way he acted in Abu Dhabi, right? The way he reacted in Abu Dhabi. That takes balls to do that. To have it snatched like you from away from that and not show any emotion. Even Carlos Sainz said after the race he was struggling to keep it in. He wanted to let it go. He wanted to outburst in public
and he wasn't
what he thought.
For a title.
No, do you know why? Because Hamilton is so hardwired to speak his mind. He doesn't care what it offends as long as it helps someone. And he was so determined to say something because it would help the sport. It would call it out.
Oh, my mates just sent me the text, the one I was talking about.
What's
Charles is a lucky bastard.
Tell him he doesn't know what he's talking about.
I will.
It's actually Sir Lewis Halbert. It's actually known as now Sir Lewis Hamilton Lobelstier. I learnt his last name. I've been practicing on that one. I've been practicing for ages. Do you know why? Because I knew his mum's name anyway. I've read his documentary. I've read his books.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've read his books, man. I've got his books.
I
got his first autobiography. I've still got to wait another 6. He was asked about that in 2018. He said, "Yeah, I still got another 9 years. Got another 9 years to wait for that." Like, I am 60 years old and I'm still waiting for your new documentary. And it was such a long question. It's like, no, you gotta wait. And Alonso's sitting there, said, no, he's been waiting so long. You have to give it now. Yeah. But like, yeah. So obviously Red Bull, I'm gonna put up as because they did show up in qualifying in the end. So they were, I think, a little bit of sandbagging. Mercedes. What are we going to give Mercedes, guys? What are we going to give Mercedes? I think Hamilton might be struggling more than Russell, I must admit.
You know what? I actually can see that, but...
Bhargav, man, where's my ticket? Where's my flight? You said I was coming. Bastard. Bastard.
You can come to the Abu Dhabi one.
No, not after last year, I ain't. Fuck that.
Okay.
No, not after last year. I'll fucking say something to a Max Verstappen fan and get him face filled in.
What if he might be massive?
Oh, mate, if I did, I'd bury him in a ditch. I'd bury him in the desert. I'd bury him in a 6-foot desert, mate. Fucking, it'd be, you know, like slippery sand. Like quicksand. It'd be slippery in quicksand, mate. You see those pyramids of tombs, like the pyramids. I'll fucking fly him into the pyramid of desert and just build a pyramid there and bury him in it. Right?
Imagine you see Massey and Horner together.
I'll wrap him in the mummy, like mummify him, right, and do what the Egyptians did with a fucking FIA rule book. He doesn't have anything, any jewels, doesn't have any gold with him to take to the afterlife. All he has is the FIA rule book to say, read the fucking rules! Read the... Sorry. You know what I mean?
Imagine if Michael Massey is watching this right now.
If he is, kiss my ass. Anyway, Mercedes, what are we doing?
Really not sure. You know what?
I'm gonna give him a 7.
Yeah.
7. Very good, but not class. There's improvements that need to be made on the car.
Mercedes will improve, that's what I know.
Oh yeah, they will. I'm gonna go to Haas next. What do you make of Haas?
You know what? I think we could put them like 8 or 9. Because the way,
Yeah.
if we're talking about testing, Haas, they've certainly...
Despite all the problems they've had as well.
Yeah, have they even got a sponsor now?
Oh shit. I know what I've done. Fuck.
I'll be 1 second.
22. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I've just realised. No. No sponsor. Where's the one without the sponsor? There we go. I've got to edit this. Right. I'm just going to submit it like that. There you go. Right. So, Haas for me going 8. For me, they've been good. Despite all their issues, they've come across and come through them. And they've got a handy little car there that's now competitive. So, yeah, definitely. Let me look at some of the comments. LH to win.
I'm back.
Hi, Stephen. I hope you are good. Sorry, Sir Lewis. I am thinking about going after a Grand Prix, after a grandstand ticket. But yeah, Bhargav, you owe me a ticket, bro. You owe me a ticket, bro. I need to get out of here. Like, you owe me a ticket. I want to go to Miami. Right. I want to play.
Go to Miami for different reasons.
Do you know what? No, I went to Florida in 2019. I went past literally turn-offs for fucking Miami. I always wanted to just turn off and go to Miami just so I could play Will Smith in the car. I was driving in the car, so I just wanted to play Will Smith's Miami. Down to the heat is on all night to the beat. I'm going to Miami. Well, yes, with my shades. Like, you know, it makes sense. Right. McLaren.
Shit. But I don't know where.
Oh, fuck. Oh, jeez. Stay out, shit. Fuck. Bollocks. Should we put poor? Or very poor? How shit do you want to go?
Shit.
You want to put... Wait, you want to put them trash?
No.
Conor! Good. Where's Conor? Where's Conor got to? Where is my guy? Where's Conor got to? He's gone. Where's...
I'm putting him...
Conor, rating, McLaren's testing performance, live now, and we've put them at 0 trash. LOL. That's gonna fucking kill him.
He's gonna, you know what? He's probably gonna come on screen now.
Yeah, let's just fucking do it. Let's fuck him up. Let's do it. I see. If you be nice, I'll up it one.
Yeah. Can I just ask you a question? Like, what do you think the problem is with McLaren in real life? Like,
it's hard to say, though. Look, I've never grown up with ground effect before. I'm learning as I go. Like, if you haven't seen what ground effect does, go check some of my previous streams. Well, I've shown very clearly what it does. So basically, in basic terms, what ground effect does is that you have a 3D floor. You don't have a 2D floor. You have a 3D floor. So obviously, because it's a 3D floor, there's going to be air going through that floor, right? What that air flow does as you go through that floor is it sucks. The quicker the air goes through that floor, the more it sucks the air sucks the car to the road. Like if you got a Hoover here and you put something on top and you put it on turbo boost and it's right. So the other day I put think of this as like a DVD case, right? I put it on top of this, right? But because the suction is sucking it in, I could turn it upside down and it wouldn't drop.
Subscribe to Science Lessons with Stephen.
I know. It's basic science, right? So it's basically like using like an upside down air. It's all that's like all part of aerodynamics. All aerodynamics is part of all aeros part is like upside down plane wings and stuff. But that's basically how it works with the ground effect. Is that the faster the air travels, the more it sucks the air to the road. It's like when you have a Hoover and you put it on normal, it doesn't carry that much suction. You then put it on power boost, right? So the air is channeling quicker. It produces more suction.
You're better than my current science teacher.
Yeah. Basic science. It's basic physics. So. And it's the whole. This is. Yeah, but this is the whole point. If you get basic physics, right, you'll get to understand the basics of these cars. And these cars are totally different. Don't forget, the ground effect has been banned since 1983.
Yeah.
So we hadn't had 30 years without ground effect because of the dangers that they posed. They were producing so much ground effect that they could literally travel on the back. If you put them at full pace, you could literally stick them like a Scale Electric on upside down of the Dartford Tunnel, and they wouldn't fall on the floor. That's how much suction they were producing. So it was that dangerous. There you go. We shall see. Them tyres are a pretty penny. I've got money. Shh! Don't tell anyone. Alpha Tauri, what are we going for?
Pierre Gasly, I believe, got fastest on the first day, if I remember correctly. Decent, I mean, 7.
Yeah.
A bit higher. Oh, I'm putting him 7 up.
You're putting Alpha Tauri 7 then.
Yeah. What are you putting?
I'm gonna put 7. They've done very well actually, to be honest. Aston Martin. I was gonna put them 3. They've been very quiet.
Yeah, like Aston Martin.
For someone that's supposed to be investing in such new facilities, and one big massive facility base next to Silverstone, you ain't done a lot with that car.
Oh, by the way, happy birthday to their team principal, who I'm not going to say his name.
Look, why?
Mike Crack. Just names.
Okay. What do you think about the Haas performance? Big up Reese. I think the Haas performance is very, very surprising. I was tipping them to be at the back of the grid again, to be honest, when I saw the pre-testing side. With all the issues they've had with dealing with the sponsors and everything like that, it was so feeling like crapping up their start to the season. So I did put them that low, but I've been proved wrong already. Like, they have got a very nippy car. They've got themselves into Q3. This really has shuffled up the order. The midfield battle looks tighter than ever. The front battle, there's still that gap that's between the midfield and the front, which is all disappointing. The idea is that there wasn't supposed to be a gap. There wasn't supposed to be barely a gap. So, it's like I said, it's early days, and you got to think these rules are going to affect the future rules as well. So, like, we got to bear that in mind. But Haas have done very well, and they had to do something, because if they didn't do something after wasting last season at the back of the grid just to make sure they survived and had the money to invest it all in this season, if they didn't have it, they would have been selling the team to probably Andretti, to be honest. And now Andretti are probably going to look at it and think about bringing their own team in. So, yeah, it's a big fair play to them. But Aston Martin, and that's why we put them at an 8 for their testing performance throughout the testing sessions. Big up to everyone that's watching right now. I do appreciate you all. If you can hit that like button and share button, it would really help us out. I'm going to go to BWT Alpine F1 team. What are we going for, Adam?
Really not sure. Damn. It's...
Bang average?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bang average for me.
There was a lot of people hyping Alpine up to be...
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to go with Williams before we end up with Alfa Romeo. Williams, disappointing for me. Disappointing for me.
They look like very...
Do you know what the problem is with Alpine? Do you know what the problem is with Williams, sorry?
What?
They haven't got a George Russell in the car.
Yeah, George. I mean, I love Alex
George Russell
Albon,
carried that
but not
team.
a George Russell.
They had a George Russell in the car, which carried that team big time. So they haven't got that star driver.
Do you think Albon will do well though?
We'll have to wait and see. But if it's Albon, it's an important season for him. He's got a second bite of the cherry, which not a lot of F1 drivers get when they've been to the top level of the teams, like Red Bull, and they've not been able to succeed. Look at Gasly; he's still stuck in the AlphaTauri with his team. But if he doesn't perform this season, he will be going elsewhere. He will not stay in Formula One. He's got to make this opportunity count. If he doesn't, he's gone. Simple as that. So it's an important year for him. He's got to come out fighting. Latifi as well. Latifi's got to come out fighting as well. Like, he's just been pipped for the last 2 years by. He's been pipped by George Russell, like nearly 15 times in a qualifying session. He's been absolutely battered. He's watched his teammate get podiums. Okay, mainly because the fucking rain was there to stop the race, but there you go. Like, but you know what I mean. He's like, he's seen him grab points, and but he has grabbed points himself and helped with the team. But it's not a George Russell. You see that level of difference of driver. Look at Max Verstappen. He was able to still separate the Ferraris, yet Perez could barely get into the top 6. He was behind even the Mercedes, right? That's the difference. That's why Red Bull lost the Constructors' Championship. It's got fuck all to do with the fact they took out all their drivers in Hungary. You put all those drivers back together, they would still not have won the championship. Right? Simple. Like, the reason they lost the Constructors is because they've got a car that only focuses on one driver and doesn't work as a team. It doesn't work. It's... Perez knows this season, I'm following whatever Max Verstappen wants because he's the number one. Like,
Chequered.
And everyone has a go at Hamilton for being for having Bottas as a teammate and this, that, and all the other. You know what I mean? It's just fuck me. It's so ludicrous. But Williams, I was going to say a 4 or 3.
Yeah.
I was expecting better from them. I want to see them back up there, man. Like, I know they're on a tight budget. I know they're struggling with finances. I get that, and that's what the restrictions are supposed to do, help them. But they need to do better than this, man. If Haas can do it, why can't they? I'm not hearing the excuse of finances. If Haas, yeah, but if Haas are now getting into the top 10, I'm not hearing excuses from Williams fans saying we've got a tight budget, because so have Haas. They've just lost their title sponsor, for fuck's sake. Right? And they're still outdoing you. Right? They've had to drop one of their drivers.
In the middle of the...
Which was one way of dropping him, but it's not the way I would have wanted to drop him. I would just drop him on merit, to be honest. But, like, in the end, he had to be dropped. But they still are getting into the top 10. You know? So, yeah.
Yeah, I have a question. Schumacher qualified 12th today, didn't he? Is that his best ever, like, since he's been in F1, is that his best qualify result?
I need to think. Did you say, what did you say?
That Schumacher, I think he qualified 12th today. I think that might be his best best qualifying result yet.
I think so. Anyway, Alfa Romeo. Bang average 4, 5.
Yeah.
For someone that kept their that were doing friggin' special invisible liveries and keeping it all a secret until they launched their colour scheme, they didn't exactly lit up the world, have they?
No.
So, but yeah, that's where I put them. Like, those are our ratings for testing. Obviously, we got the weekend review at the end of the Grand Prix. We'll be doing a weekend review. We'll be rating all the drivers from this weekend. So this will all change again. So, but yeah, I mean, man, it's.
You okay?
Yeah. I'm alright. Yeah. Bottas is 7. Is that for testing? If that is, let us know. But yeah, 7 I can go along with. Bottas will bring good experience into that team, a bit like Kimi Räikkönen did, to be honest. But obviously they'd have a longer probably serving time with Bottas. Qualifying. Yeah, qualifying. Obviously, we will rate all that. Reese. We will rate all that in our weekend review at the end of the Grand Prix. It's kind of like a football match. Let me put that on mute. It's like a football match reaction. So it should. It's kind of like that. So we will be rating them for their whole weekend performance, practice, qualifying weekend, and the Grand Prix. So measuring it all up. So, yeah. Oh, wow. Like, Conor's actually come out and said, deserved. It was a fucking shambles. Jesus
You're
Christ.
lying.
I'm not lying.
He actually made it.
I'm getting feedback. I'm getting feedback on that. So, yeah. This is exactly what he said on. He's just DM'd me saying that it was a fucking shambles. Like, so there you go. Like, there you go. It says it all, doesn't it? But there you go. Anyway, 51 minutes in. There's not much else I've got left. Oh yeah, Mazepin. Obviously, Mazepin left for they're still getting that feedback.
What?
Are you watching it on playback? Because I'm getting on feedback.
No.
Well, every time you're unmuting, I'm getting feedback. Right, so I'll see.
Let me
Come
check that
back, come back out, and come back in again. Right, so while he sorts that out, I want to talk about Magnussen coming in for Mazepin. Let's see if this works now. Does that work? That's better. Right, so as I was saying, Mazepin obviously left. Obviously, Zhou right had to go. There was questions about whether Magnussen or Piastri should. I always thought why Piastri didn't get the seat. Why is Piastri not getting the seat? Magnussen was great. I'd love to have seen Piastri in that seat. Right.
Maybe
Because,
Alpine don't want to go.
but
Maybe
yeah,
Alpine don't wanna-
yeah, that's the thing. Why didn't Magnussen? Maybe Alpine valued him too much. They didn't want him to leave, and they wanted him to
Yeah,
bring more
maybe.
experience.
My personal opinion was that maybe they wanted Piastri, but Alpine didn't. They weren't. They don't want a driver who's only just gonna be there for a year and then just bounce. If he does really well.
Yeah, I do see that. I also think as well is that I think Reese also says here is that they know Kevin Magnussen, they know his strengths and weaknesses, so it will help Mick bring more experience into the team. Yeah, I can hear that. That's why I was questioning, but I was still questioning because the guy has a goddamn talent, mate. He came straight into F2 and won the damn thing. So I think if you win the F2 Championship, you should get the bottom teams at least offering you a contract, or a route, being a test driver or something like that, a route back into Formula One.
Personally, I think Piastri is gonna get the seat next season.
If he doesn't, I don't know what else to do with this sport because it's not fair. It really ain't. Because he deserves a chance. So, but
Yeah.
we'll have to see how it plays out. We don't know until August that we'll know what the driver lineup could be, or who people are looking at. So we won't know till then. But anyway, we're gonna leave it there anyway. Yeah. Adam, where can I find you, my friend?
You can find me on my Twitter and YouTube. Just what my name is. I'll actually be doing a El Clasico preview just right after this. If you all want to come and join.
Yeah, make sure you go and check that out. Make sure you go and check that out right now. Give him support and hit that subscribe button. By the way, everyone that's watching, big up to you all. The Grand Prix, we are live at 2:40 p.m. tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for that. We're going to make sure we bring all the panelists on as well for the first race of the season. Right. So make sure you all tune into that. It's going to be epic, I'm sure. It's going to be lots of fun. Hopefully, they could all follow closely as well. We could all watch great overtaking, natural overtaking. Right. Not any fake, artificial one. But
And hopefully
yeah.
we'll be talking about a certain Monegasque winning, for me at least.
Nah, we're gonna no. You all gonna fucking conk out, and Hamilton's gonna win.
Wouldn't be surprised.
It wouldn't be the first time your fucking engine failed in Bahrain.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, sorry, I had to put that one in there. Anyway, we're gonna leave it there. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. We're back tomorrow with the Grand Prix itself. Until then, everyone stay safe, stay well.